Urgent chance, one Mr. UX, and this is they've officially lost control. California governor and Los Angeles mayor deny President Trump request to send in the National Guard. Okay. So even the governor and the mayor are aligned with this one. What is the High Court gonna say? Because these are the arms, right? Government, governor's arm, mayor's arm, and like I guess High Court. These are the three arms of a state, I guess. So yeah, when does federal government realize like okay, a state is becoming unruly or some shit? What is the level there? Who the fuck knows? Where some shit is happening in California, I'm guessing because of ICE. Uh, they're deporting certain people, and the people are fighting back in mass. Like, oh, okay, that's insane. I'm pretty sure that's the case here. Like, maybe I missed something. This is my asmongold, obviously. So this is gonna be interesting. What's happening? Let's do it.
I want the people of Los Angeles to know that we stand with all Angelenos, no matter where you were born. There is a history of having peaceful protests here. I tell you that organized.
I love the juxtaposition.
That's not peaceful. What was happening? It's not peaceful for people to be on the highways. It's not peaceful for people to throw rocks or bottles. That's not peaceful.
So she said it's not peaceful. Even she says that.
Jory, we've seen a very...
Look, man, here's the fact. Here's what I'm going to say about Los Angeles and their people, what they're thinking, and the mayor. We want immigrants because this is country of immigrants and all that. Great. You're aligned with that. Your people is aligned with that. Your governor is aligned with that. How about try to push a bill through Senate that gives an exemption to California, only California or Los Angeles, what do you say? Like, there is a process that speeds the process of making an immigrant a civilian or something, or giving them some kind of a card that legalizes them. The point here isn't that to say like screw the laws. I am the mayor, I'm the mayor's office, I am mayor, that's a governor. These are the top official of an entire giant state of America, and we are saying like screw the laws that America has. What is the message you're sending? You are not the one who can say screw the laws. At that point, nothing matters. No laws matters. Like people can just say like, okay, so you can just say certain laws, screw it. And like I can steal stuff, I can stab somebody. Come on. So you're saying enough people gather, enough people like gather along and creates a protest, then laws don't matter. Is that what you're saying? So if suddenly entire California suddenly decides the one guy needs to be hanged, even that guy never did any crime, but everybody's like aligned with that, everybody comes on the street, that guy's going to be hanged, screw the laws? Is that what you're saying? Because that's not how laws work. Doesn't matter how much a majority wants something, law is law. If somebody's innocent, they're innocent even if the entire state is against that person. If that person didn't break any laws, like nobody can tell. That's how laws work. This is why law is different from governmental arm and like public arm. There are two different sectors. There's a federal sector, there's like a public sector. So it's law is different from all that. There's a reason behind it. There's a reason why Supreme Court has such power. There's a reason why Supreme Courts don't like have like this election where they just like go through. No, they are there for life. Law is different. So either you go with the law, or basically if you don't want to go with the law, like give up your position, like I'm not a mayor anymore because I don't like this. Or like I said, pass through a bill that gives certain power to California and California state that they can legalize certain people for California. If no other state, at least for California. But you don't say screw the laws. This doesn't make sense to me.
Rapid escalation.
I think it's pretty impressive that they managed to blame the fact that all of their citizens are totally fucking schizoing out, setting cars on fire. They're trying to blame that on Donald Trump. And the fact is that none of these people are ever being held accountable. This is a person who's like getting inside of the car. Like literally, like you're looking at burning cars. Hassan almost got banned for filming a crime. I mean, realistically, Hassan getting on the highway like that should get him banned. It's not even a question. What? It's very cleanly and plainly stated in terms of service that if you commit a crime and you're breaking the law on stream.
Look, I'm not gonna lie, if a famous Twitch streamer like that goes on public like that, that is a risk, man. You don't know, one of those guys could be someone who really hates you and could take advantage of like anonymity because you're in a group. People can just like basically attack you. Why is he going there?
you should get banned. It's explicitly against the terms of service. Look at this.
What?
What is this?
But again, this situation has devolved into chaos. It's a disturbing sight to see a fire burning like this in the midst of a crowd making their way through Los Angeles.
I just want you guys to see this immigrant-run Salvadoran restaurant help sheriff's deputies with tear gas in their eyes. This entire dichotomy, it's like the Latino people are like the ones being attacked or whatever. No, this is not true. This is a group of lawless, aggressive, psychotic people that are setting random cars on fire. W restaurant? Yeah, those are illegal immigrants. Those are Americans. So don't let yourself get misled or lied to by any sort of racial manipulation by thinking that this is some sort of race war. This isn't white people.
That is so true, man. This is implying that, okay, this is completely risking, and entire Los Angeles and California is like aligned with that. No, there are legal people there. There are people with common sense, which I'm hoping most of them are, and realize that this is bullshit. And there is a small minority of people who are so vocal and so, I guess they are like not much brain cell in their head that they don't realize, like, just because you think something is morally wrong doesn't mean you're fucking right as a whole picture. Like I said in the start of the video, push through a bill, go through the political process, go through the law process, not screw the laws. If people are breaking the law, and if the current president says screw it, like we're gonna capture all the illegal people that are here, is the country's right? That should have happened in the first place. This shouldn't have been at a level where there's so many illegal people there that now it's an issue. So this is like very late thing, but this is in power of what a country should do, right? There's a reason ICE exists. Not like, oh, ICE is fine when I want it, and ICE is a problem when I don't want it, so I'm going to fight against. So you're fighting against the law and the police, and just because you're in a large number, you're not in wrong. The January, what was it, January 4th, whatever that was, right? The January rioters who stormed the Capitol. That was also fucked up. They thought like, oh, we're doing something right. They were not. A lot of them basically got captured, sent to jail. This is similar shit. Different ideologies, different goals, similar shit. You can't fight back against the law like that. Like, go through the process. You don't have a dictator there. He's not going to serve third term, doesn't matter how much you say. And he's not doing like, okay, I'm going to capture all the left-wing people. He's not doing that. He's saying, I'm going to capture illegal people, which anybody should have done much before this. This shit is next level, man. And the title's like, oh, this is not a third world country. This is America. Like, okay, what is the definition of third world country? A country where, like laws are like ignored. Government and as an institution is so stable. January rioters and shit, people actually storm your capital. Are you sure you're not a third world country anymore? Money alone isn't something like, oh, we are not a third world country. Really? This shit is next level. LA shit is happening right now. And Hassan actually went there like, oh, okay. That is interesting. Being the second biggest political streamer in Twitch, you'd be polarized. Like, there will be people who actually hate you, obviously. Isn't that dangerous to go in between like crowds like that? What if somebody doesn't like you and like take advantage of the crowd and actually does damage to you? That's fucked up. Isn't that a risk? And like in the chaos, nobody might even know who that was. So I don't know why he's taking this level of risk, but all right. And people told me like I should react to New York Sonor or something like that, a VTuber channel. I don't know. I'll see about it. He usually posts an hour-long videos. It's like, damn, that's something. Like, I don't know if I can react to that one. But yeah, I'll check. Like, link down a specific video because he posts every day apparently, like how Hassan is effed or something. I don't know. Hassan is not going to be effed because Twitch and everybody basically going to support him. Right? He's the second biggest political streamer. So like, Twitch is basically screwed in some way if they basically ban him. It would be similar to banning asmongold. They're not going to do that shit.
He's out there talking about me.
Hopefully one day we'll see the largest political commentator, asmongold, out here in the streets, for protesting, for, I don't know, making...
Okay, sure. I'll go with the National Guard to arrest everybody who's standing in the highway. Yeah, I think that sounds great.
By the way, before some people...
I love how, like, people like, oh, rent-free. Like, this is so good. Like, it is rent-free. You can hear it, right? Like, biggest political streamer. Like, he hates it so much that asmongold is the biggest. Don't let your emotion take you over, man. If you're like, you want to be bigger, try to be how Asmon is. Like, you think Asmon doesn't have emotion, he doesn't let it take over. Like, he's always smug, and he always answers just the right way, like a mature person does. He doesn't let emotions take over.
People spaz out. This is literally what the mayor said.
That's not peaceful, what was happening. It's not peaceful for people to be on the highways. It's not peaceful for people to throw rocks. That's not peaceful.
And now this genius is also calling out Bernie Sanders after he said these protests were counterproductive.
How does frames work, man? It's so slow. Come on. Oh, there we go. You were literally there at the non-violent protest that everyone considered to be violent and unpopular. So I have no idea what this statement does other than lean into the hysteria that gives Trump enough momentum to mobilize the Marines on us soil. First of all, what the fuck do you mean by illegally? Do you know what legal system means? Trump can do that and it's not illegal. Second of all, this is such a complex topic. Let's get... Sometimes complexity is something, especially in the modern times, people with a binary thinking, which I'm guessing nowadays most of the people, because social media has made them like that, because of this kind of binary thinking, complexity is really hard for people to process. Okay, is this kind of like a fucked up way Trump doing this? Yeah, it's kind of is, right? Like, he could have done this well. Like, there is a way to do things. I've said this in the past. There is a way to do this, and how you do it matters. So the way Trump is doing, and like how they're like, okay, go to Home Depot and do this, they could have done it like more smoothly, let's just say, and not antagonize a lot of people. They could have like tried to work with LA people like mayor and everybody, governor, and they could have done something, let's just say, right, without going into too much detail. Maybe that's not possible. Maybe everybody's thick-headed, so that was not possible. But maybe they could have done it well. Right? So there is that. At the same time, law is law, right? Something is legal. If people are illegally there, of course ICE is gonna try to arrest them. In the past, they haven't. That's not some precedent now. ICE isn't there to just like, people have this weird concept in their head. The bureaucracy and just the incompetence is the norm now, and that is how it should be. No, that is not how it should be. ICE's job is to capture illegal people and deport them, which is they're doing now, more than they've done in the past, obviously. And I get it, like, people don't want that. A lot of people don't want that. And you want this, like illegal people to be there. Go through the process of, like political process. Tell your mayor, governor, your senator to pass some kind of bill in California that gives them power to give them some kind of a green card or something, so they become legal. So ICE just can't do this. Or if Trump gets in that way of like, then you can like, get pissed off. Like, what about the state power? You Republicans always bitch about like state having power and federal not getting in like, don't tread on me type of shit. Then you can cry about that. And that will be like, people will be like, yeah, this is probably right. Not when actual legal thing is happening, which is actually deporting them. And you getting out, rioting, destroying cars, destroying things, throwing rocks at police. I don't understand the defense here. Like, I understand what left-wing people are trying to say here, but there is a way to do that as well, and you're not in the right now. You're defending people who are like burning shit and throwing rocks, and you're just like, this happened in the past as well. What about the January, those people, like insurrections? Don't give me whataboutism. Talk about now. You're in wrong. Admit that shit. At least Mayor said, like, this is not peaceful. At least she said that. This is insane, man. Like, the things are complex. But don't try to pretend like, oh, it's just left and right team and I'm going to be left no matter what, even if they're like completely in the wrong and if they're completely illegal. Laws are laws, whether you uphold them or not. Make up your mind.
Protests were counterproductive.
But they're putting themselves in harm's way and potentially setting themselves up for a criminal future. I talked to the DA just a couple of minutes ago. The DA will file felony charges on individuals, and also the potential for federal charges.
I can't get the fucking dumbass take that asmongold had out of my mind. It was the stupidest.
Oh, God, bro. It's always about me.
Saddest person, like, how are you this? You have nobody that can talk to you, sit you down, talk to you like you're famous. Let's talk about your psychology, how you act, how you say things, because you're like a toddler at this point. Oh, I can get that asmongold clip out of my head. Yeah, everybody knows that. Don't say that in front of camera, man. Like, what are you doing?
Which one?
Being like, oh, if you ever see protests where there's other countries' flags being waved, you know you're in America. It's like, yeah, dumbass, it's a diverse country.
If it's a diverse country, wouldn't you expect to see more American flags, though? Because, like, I mean, to be fair, at least there's one of them right there.
Also,
Okay, Asmon, that wasn't a good reply. The real good reply would be, races don't have flags. Nations do. Diversity implies different races, different type of like races, right? Races don't have flags. Countries do. If you're of Mexican descent, but now you're in America, wave American flag. If you're waving Mexican flag, what does that even mean? Right? India is one of the most diverse places on the planet. There are 150 million Muslims here. They're not going to wave Pakistan's flag. They're still Indian. You want to be here, so wave an American flag. Show people with good heart that I want to be American. What does Mexican flag even mean? If you're so pro-Mexican, why are you here? What is the point of all this then? What are we doing? Your whole point is I don't want to go back. So what does Mexican flag even mean? What does diversity have to do with nationality? Races don't have flag. Countries do. What are you talking about?
not much to feel proud about right here. This endless police militarization.
You wouldn't need the militarization. You didn't have people throwing rocks at them. You have to remember bricks of peace, gentlemen. This is protesting. Guys, they're just protesting. Guys, it's a protest. You have to understand, listen, this is their freedom of speech.
Again, I've said it in the past. There is a right way of doing things, there's a wrong way of doing things. Difference between a freedom fighter and terrorist is very thin. Terrorists spread terror. Freedom fighter fight for a cause. A terrorist can also fight for a cause, but if he spread terror while doing it, he's not in the right in the history book, is he? Like, why is this so hard for people to comprehend? I don't get it. But this is another clip. This might be it. Literally was posted an hour or two ago. And this is about also Hassan. Hassan, let's watch it. Let's watch what kind of man-child rants he have this time.
So Hassan says I should be the one getting in trouble.
By the way, to understand how far right we have gotten, back in the day when Sex Pestany said white supremacists need to fucking mow down these like Black Lives Matter protesters, he got fucking banned. He got de-verified. Asmongold can now be the largest content creator on the fucking platform.
Thank you.
And be like, yeah, they deserve it. To be fair, he's talking about the cops in this circumstance. We understand them as white supremacist force.
Right.
There was a comment on my video that I reacted to. Oh, look, he's reacting to a Nazi. Fuck it. Just thin out everything, right? Thin out the meaning of what that is, right? Just say fascist. Why? Just throw around the word fascist. What are you doing, you moron? Do you know who the 1940s? Do you know who they were? Do you know their mentality? You be the first to get fucked. Right? Asmon is not that. I have never seen him be any kind of a East yet. He has biases, but he always has some form of common sense. Police force is diverse. There are, Latin Americans there. What is in South America? South Americans there. Mexican descent, many other type of people, like all type of people are there, right? They're not just some one, like police is not just one type. What are you talking about? I remember like watching in social media while this was happening, a restaurant owner was throwing water in the eyes of a policeman who was Mexican descent. Who was the police? Who were the one getting like attacked at? Hassan just says shit that it literally takes 2 seconds to debunk. Is he a moron? Sometimes I really wonder. Like, I don't get like, is this the world like we just gonna make statements, screw everything? The loudest person, like this is what I realized in India-Pakistan thing. Pakistan was just making shit up. And they just realized if I'm loud enough, that is what history books gonna say. Is that what the world we live in? Just say shit. And that will be the history of the future. Is that it? Like that's what people gonna remember.
Right. It's the police officers that are the white supremacists. Definitely.
He will get no punishments for this. As a matter of fact, I'll probably get fucking banned before he does.
Yeah, big surprise.
You
It's
should.
a little bit different. Maybe it's hard for Hassan to understand. So for Hassan, it's bad when police officers defend themselves from the use of deadly force against them, such as throwing bricks at them. But it's okay when the Houthis take hostages and then hold them for the better part of a year. That's how it works.
Houthis kills children. Fuck you, Hassan. I don't care what ideology is. When you say Houthi is like what Luffy would do, don't say Luffy. Don't ruin his name. Don't just destroy that shit. I think people who should basically just mail Hassan, who owns the right to that. Don't talk about Luffy, asshole. Don't compare him with a terrorist organization. What is wrong with you?
And I will reiterate my take. I think that anybody who engages in escalation that could be deadly, like trying to throw Molotov cocktails, trying to throw bricks, if something could kill a police officer, I think a police officer has every right to respond with
By the way, how is this not terrorism? They are literally spreading terror. There's a difference between a peaceful protest and destroying city things with mask on and everything, burning taxis and everything. How is this not terror? Oh, by the way, what about those like NFL teams that wins the trophy and destroys their city? Okay, let's mark them as terrorists as well. Ban NFL. I don't give a fuck. But don't bring whataboutism. Like, this is wrong.
Deadly force. And the reason why is because I think every citizen has the right to respond with deadly force. And I don't think police officers should uniquely be punching bags.
The psycho.
Oh, I'm sorry. What kind of a shit is that? Law upholding officers are the first one who have right to use deadly force. Because they're trying to uphold law. And you're the one attacking them. Try to punch a police officer and you go in jail for years. Try to punch an average civilian, you probably won't even go for months. You probably will have a fine. There's a reason for that. A police officer is there. I don't care what your view of government is at the time. That's political issue. Law is law. You can't just like attack a police officer. What is wrong with you?
Psychopath is certainly the people that are protesting.
Yeah, the psychopath is the person who's throwing bricks at police officers. And that's the problem that these people have. It's the total inversion of empathy and morality.
Okay, seriously, what the fuck is even that? How is this guy sitting there and saying shit about like, only in America this would happen, right? Only in America this shit would happen. Now, obviously, there is pros and cons of both when it comes to this one, but only in America this shit would happen. Like, I don't, the minority thinking of people, that is what left wing has become. Anything has even semblance of having some kind of like a little guy or a minority thing, whether it makes sense or not, they're going to defend it to the end of the, like, that is a hill they'll die on. Even attacking police is like fine because they're government. Like, what a government bad. You live under that government. How about go somewhere else if you don't like fucking like it? I'm tired of this like government bad, police bad, everybody bad mentality. Without them, you've been Wild West. You get shot. You think Hassan is the type of guy who can defend himself? Come on. Two average looking people beat the shit out of him very easily. What is even this, man? I'm not a right-wing guy. I'm a left-wing guy. I'll always be left-wing guy, right? I believe in safety net. I believe in the basic things that Bernie Sanders talk about. I will always be that one, right? But this shit, like, this is not left-wing. This is just insane, right? They're slowly descending into communism. This warped thinking that throws common sense out of the window. This is not good, man. History always repeats itself, and it's just insane. It's because we only live like less than 100 years. If we don't have visions when it comes to like a long-term thing. Shit always changes slowly and we don't even realize that. This is insane, man. Alright, I guess I'll see you next time. I'm sure people will tell me in the comment how asmongold is fascist and how I'm fascist. Well, like, don't bother, man. I don't care.